So like,
Right.
you know, while the Doom is AFKing with his Midas and all that, you know, he can just run up in the jungle and just set up for whatever Dawnbreaker wants to do, right? Because you roll in and then the Solar Guardian on top, that's a fight. So Jakiro is going to be the response here. A lot of damage coming out. So that I like that pick a lot because I feel like that's a support that can really secure the lane, especially up against such terrifying opponents, right? If we are to think it's a Tusk Weaver or maybe even a Tusk Dawnbreaker, like one Dual Breath just kind of stops them in their tracks.
Right. They have a lot of there's a lot of chipping off damage for the lane.
Mm-hmm.
So it's sort of a form of like economic purpose. So they just spend all their money on regen
Yeah.
rather than the items they need.
Yeah, and I mean, we know how strong Tusk can get with like maybe a Blightstone and the Weaver with like a few early items and stuff like that, small items. So that's definitely going to put a dent in their plan. I think one thing to mention as well is that there's a lot of very sort of very like you already know that it's gonna land the way it's gonna be, right? Like for example, Tusk, when you snowball, you have a brief idea about where he's gonna end up. Same situation with the Dawnbreaker, with the Solar Guardian. So you can throw an Ice Path preemptively and a Macropie just to kind of make them sizzle a bit.
Just zone them out.
Yeah. I mean, overall, pretty good pick altogether. It seems like they are quite, you know, they feel quite good about this Zeus first pick, despite it being a mid, and they're not really scared about it being countered. Last few bands coming through Void Spirit, so that's one of the jumps that we were talking about them missing on the side of Super Wash Boys. They didn't really have enough to just really take down, I guess, I think his name was SG Fall Guys, I don't even remember. But yeah, they didn't have any damage to, or at least jump to take down the Zeus. And it's going to be terribly Ursa banned for the last few. Interesting. No good illusion clear, so that makes a lot of sense. And the Ursa can really stand its own and just kind of push up tempo as well. Yeah, the Ursa doesn't really care about what any of the Super Wash Boys can, except for maybe the Walrus Punch. But then you have the Enrage to just kind of get yourself through that.
Okay.
So are we thinking that this is a J-Dot Weaver and perhaps a last pick carry?
Chat says WP plays Weaver. Best
WB Singapore Best Weaver.
So,
Okay.
I think we'll go to WB, but I'm not sure the off lane, no? Okay.
Oh, okay. So I mean, if I'm guessing this right, it could be an off-lane J-Dot Dawnbreaker, and then it's a Weaver pos 1 and Ember Spirit mid, right, to try and deal with that Zeus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
that's great.
yeah, I mean, Ember is going to be really good. I mean, especially since, you know, the recent update, it's not really recent, but they changed the Flame Guard to work as a percentage value instead of like a flat amount, right? Previously, you know, you pop the Flame Guard, Zeus just breaks it with one Lightning Bolt or a few Arc Lightnings. And then this, now it's a little bit more substantial. Akana Fan Club, of course, they already have their mid matchup, but they're going to last pick their carries.
Lane.
Huh. Okay. So I don't mind this too much, but it's a little worrying, right? Because it's not like it's a hero that can really get a lot done on the early stages. You know, especially, I guess the thought process is that he can just press Invis and run away. And they don't really have a lot of disables to throw out, right? Diamonds has the slight chains, but they have quite a lot of coverage in terms of the Jakiro just laying down all his spells to cover him. I'm not too sure about this Klinks pick. Do you have any thoughts?
I think he's playing for the lane. Klinks is overall very hard to kill once he gets like certain levels of items. Like he may be an archer, but it's like
he can get really tanky, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. J-Dot takes the Dawnbreaker. Yeah, I think Dancerboy still goes back to his comfort doom, and this Klinks pick, I still think it's for the lane.
Yeah.
Against against the Dawnbreaker, because Dawnbreaker overall is pretty tanky. So like if any other normal carry wouldn't be able to like deal substantial damage to him. Klinks on the other hand might be, yeah, I think it might be for the lane.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, right, I think they're not too sure, or at least at that point in time, maybe they already knew that the Weaver was going to be a pos 1, and the Dawnbreaker was going to be in pos 3, so maybe if their thought process is like, okay, this is going to be a good way for us to kind of keep our distance from this Tusk. Even if he commits, he's going to have vision in the lane for him to do anything. But once again, we're into game number 2 of Super Wash Boys versus Big Breakfast here. And let me just get my spectating settings right. There we go. Okay, so apologies for that earlier sort of cam mishap. Unfortunately, it's just me doing production, so the cam might be a little scuffed at the moment, but sorry about that. But yeah, so both teams gonna go smoke out. Like we've seen again, you know, the early game started a little disastrously for the side of Super Wash Boys earlier on, but hopefully they can try and find a little bit something better here. And inching in. Could find darkness here. Smoke's gonna pop. They're gonna know that there are people standing on the high ground. There's a Celestial Hammer coming out. Is it enough slow? Less than 0. I don't think he really wants to skill the Ice Shards here, but it could be really good. And once again, Xiaopin gonna start raining in with the Arc Lightning. If they stay around for too long, it could be troublesome, but they're gonna finish up that job easily. And this is something I want to point out as well, right? I feel like this game, like, it's really gonna be reliant on everyone on the side of Super Wash Boys to push that aggression early, because Clinks, Zeus, and Doom, they are completely fine just farming. We saw what happens once these types of heroes get to the late game, right? And yeah, I mean, I think it's on them to try and get some aggression out and just force the advantage.
The battle begins.
Okay, 2 for 2. Nothing too special there. So, I mean, it seems like this task, he's gonna be the one in the... Okay, so it's actually gonna be a Tusk and a Weaver lane. They want to really amp up this pressure.
Right? He just works up tag team and Weaver hits like...
Yeah, we've been hits like twice, right? Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
That's kind of scary for the Doom, right? They can really, really bully him. They don't want him to just kind of get this free laning stage that he had. On the flip side, though, it is going to make this Dawnbreaker lane a little bit weaker, right? Because Winter Wyvern, not the best laner. And like you said, he might have just picked this for the lane because able to just shoot out those searing arrows and just bully J-Dog away.
Right. What he's doing now. Just flaming arrows on him.
Yeah, to be fair, he does take quite a bit of damage from the spells coming out from J-Dog and Choices, right? But it's still not super significant. He can just keep his distance, keep farming away. It's relatively safe as well because Searing Arrows range, or at least creep secure, is not too bad. Less than 0. Looking for an angle here.
Things, just throw the hammer.
Yeah. Like, do it, like one hammer, half HP vibes, right? It's kind of sad. Okay, but I mean, this Zeus versus Ember lane, I know you don't really play a lot of mid yourself, but do you have sort of any read on this? I mean, on paper, to me, it should be pretty even overall.
For me, I think like the Ember will have other lane, but he just need to hold on until he's level 6, and then he can just dive into the Zeus and kill him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's
just
it.
have to hold on, like bite.
Let's kind of bite the bullet a bit, right? Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he's definitely going to be playing at very low HP. I don't think he's going to be able to contest unless, you know, Xiaopin really gets caught out of position with a chains. But right now, oh, Diamond's in a little bit of trouble. Has that stick. But the bottom advantage in Xiaopin's favor, and he's going to be able to get a refill on these bottom runes because Diamond's is getting a lane shoved into him. A courier kill, gonna get J-Dog's courier coming. Sorry, what do you say?
It's interesting that he didn't go for the side of this. Like, I thought he would go for it against the range hero to just keep on the...
Harassing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he does have it. Yeah, I mean, level 3. Maybe he just kind of leveled that Searing Chains early to try and get that kill in the first blood, right?
Maybe.
I'm not too sure why he leveled first. I don't actually remember, but... Yeah, so Klink's not necessarily the best laner. Like, I don't think they're going to be able to kill J-Dog, but at the same time, I don't think J-Dog's going to be able to kill them, right? Unless, you know, Nasi Kanka really just gets out-CS'd. I mean, Choices... Yeah, sorry?
J-Dog can kill them?
Yeah, J-Dog can probably try and kill them if they're out of position, right? But, I mean, Darkness with the Liquid Fire and the Dual Breath is going to be able to ward them off quite well. Some action in the top side, though. Again onto Dancer Boy, and they're going to get this kill. This is exactly what their lane was for, but regular pleb trying to turn the aggression around. But yeah, they're going to be fine with that. And a salve up for WB. SG Best Weaver, smile. Yeah, I mean, CS-wise, you know, of course, no surprises there. Zeus is still doing really well. But at least Diamond's, like you said, able to sort of bite the bullet. He's going to go for a sneaky kind of take for this bounty as well. But once again, this nice work. Sorry.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, still overall pretty good, right? It's I mean, it's not like Zeus can really force him out. He's still able to kind of draw the creeps. But another bit of a fight in the top side. Dancer Boy catching them off guard. I think less than 0 must have tried to go for a pull or D-ward or something like that. And WB being caught out alone in lane. Bit of an unfortunate situation there. Meanwhile, Diamond's under some pressure, but really it's just Xiaopin trying to force the issue as much as possible. Yeah, I mean, this is smart, right, from regular player. Came back into lane, brought 2 sentries. He just wants to make sure that they can see Waypin at all time. 1 pin, sorry. Okay. Slight chains to try and bully him away a little bit, but Xiaopin not gonna be too concerned. Has the null, has the bottle and the water rune, stacking up that small camp for himself to farm. Meanwhile, action again on the top side. Scorched Earth birding away WB. And yeah, they're actually, you know, we talked about Doom being a bit of a weak later. WB in a bit of trouble. Is it enough damage? The Shikuchi is there in time. Okay, the sentry slightly off the mark then. WB able to scurry away. That one was scary. But like you said, they managed to find the angle onto Nasi Kangkang at the bot side. Probably just a typical Dawnbreaker combo. And got him low enough to just kind of get the pick off, right? Oh, okay, I'm not sure whether Fame dropped from the call. Fame, are you there?
Test.
Okay, yeah, you
Alright.
dropped. Nah, you're back, thank God. Okay, you dropped for a
Alright.
little bit. Are you all good?
Good.
Okay, nice. Okay. So, yeah, I mean,
Didn't- I think so. Oh, sorry.
yeah,
you were
they got the clings. So they managed to find him in the bot side. Not sure how that happened because top side they almost killed WB again. They're starting to get a little scary because the Scorch Earth is a lot of damage. WB not able to get the hits off, pulled into the snowball, so he can get out, but the Thunder God's Wrath again, getting the advantage at the top side. Dancer Boy, he can't keep getting away with his Diamonds TP to the top side, but the slight chains is a bit off the mark. Now Diamonds is in a bit of trouble, has to throw that Remnant out, but it's Dancer Boy doing the damage. Is it enough to toss? The Flame Guard is there, and one more snowball. Can they get the kill? The chains, they don't want to throw it out here. Oh, the Avalanche, no, not the last hit. They pull him back. Straight to the Remnant and less than 0 in the final duel. Dancer Boy gonna win that one. WB running forward, trying to get the kills. Oh, but barely tickles him. And Dancer Boy, the big winner of all of that. I feel like, again, we're seeing this Doom get away with more than he really should. I'm not really sure how this keeps happening because I feel like Dancer Boy, you know, he's in a position where he constantly is just able to put pressure onto
Why is
WB.
this so bloody difficult?
Right.
Stun out another sentry. Immediately eliminate that. The snowball forward. Is this what they really want to do? The dive in. Can't catch the mark. Can't get the tag team. And now the TP is coming out from the Zeus. Here comes Xiaopin into the fray. The Doom out as well. Dancer Boy hitting that level 6. They managed to get regular player, but less than 0 is going to drop for it. And WB has to back off. Meanwhile, action on the bot side. They spot out Darkness. Just Dawnbreaker things. Things.
2 buttons, 1 guy
Yeah,
dies.
just vibes. No big deal. Cool hero.
Oh, man,
Cool.
it's really hurting my
I mean,
melon.
I don't know whether Darkness is that upset about it because, you know, it does give some room for Nasi Kangkang. And once his Clinks gets the level 6, he becomes that much harder to eliminate.
Right.
I mean, we said, you know, this draft coming out from Super Wash Boys, they're gonna have to put on some aggression and definitely trying their best here. But I think the safe lane not going nearly as well as they would have hoped. Okay, so the Doom was used, so that's not going to be a bout of aggression, and WB, you know, he's still going to play it safe, just kind of rotate backwards, and you know, maybe stay around in the lane just to get his level 6 for now, but then regular pleb, you know, on the hunt. So a bit of quiet right now. I was sort of looking for Diamonds to make a move, but after that first move, it felt a little bit awkward, right? Because he was TPing in with like very little HP. I still think they can try and find some aggression here. Less than 0 actually was smoked out trying to find the Zeus, but maybe Xiaopin, Spidey senses tingling, just rotates back into the jungle instead. Ping's coming out, Dancer Boy. Straight up onto the Weaver, they have a sentry onto him. And the Avalanche as well. Is it enough? There's the tag team but being tossed up. Oh, the time lapse wasn't in time. Xiaopin had the finger on the button and just eliminates WB. So once again, WB, he's in this position where he's playing a carry that has the tools to kind of get out of these situations, but it's just not fast enough, right? Like he's just too squishy, getting just completely destroyed. And oh no, not the slight chains. I think they're still gonna get the touch on the Darkness here. J-Dog gonna round out the corner. Doesn't want to steal the kill from Diamonds. They're gonna let this one wind out. Yeah, but J-Dog's gonna grab it in the end. And I mean, 4 people in this bot side. Once again, 4 people just for one kind of support. It's starting to feel like deja vu. Meanwhile, this Zeus just chilling. Diving Nasi Kangkang. They have a dust. And the TP is coming out in mass here. There is the level 6 coming out from the Klings, which means that kill is not going to happen. Less than 0. Forced to flee, and regular pleb try to chase down J-Dog. They split their attention. They kill the Tusk. But J-Dog will be the huge kill if they can get it. The Avalanche coming out, but Diamond's waiting for that rune. They're gonna spot him now. The toss back into Dancer Boy has the Doom and pops it onto that Dawnbreaker. So the chain's gonna keep them down for the moment, but J-Dog trying to fight back and turn this around. He knows he's gonna drop. Diamond's the last one remaining. Help is on the way, but is it fast enough? Choices coming out with the Arctic Burn here and gets the Tiny. WB actually has rotated here as well, so now they're gonna clean up both supports, but it's at the cost of their Dawnbreaker. Once again, it feels like the side of Superwash boys, they need so many resources to these fights. But meanwhile, it's just the Zeus, just no fear whatsoever, right? Just farming away. Same thing for the Klings.
Just vibes, just all vibes.
Yeah, just all vibes.
But at the same time, at the cost of Dawnbreaker, but also at the cost of the Doom, so they have a 2-minute cooldown downtime right now.
Dire's
Yeah.
bottom tower is under
Other
attack.
than that, it's just the Thunder God's Wrath or whatever they have for them.
Yeah, I mean, right now, the Doom Dancer Boy, he's gonna go for that Midas again. He's been having a pretty good game. He's feeling good. He's okay to try and go a bit more of the greedy route. Nasi Kangkang in a bit of trouble. Less than 0 has tagged him out with the dust. Choices on his back as well. They know he doesn't have anything to death pack at the moment, but can regular pleb get his carry out alive? Less than 0. I think he was trying for a toss back, but didn't manage to get the range, unfortunately. So, forcing a reaction there. Nice move coming out from the supports.
Yo, green dudes, something bad is happening. In your bottom.
He ate the siege creep though.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think it must have ran out or something, right? Oh, he ate his own siege creep?
Right, yeah.
I think he
So,
did that just to try and survive that fight, right?
I guess. Yeah,
Well.
I guess so. I mean, it worked.
Okay, they spotted the hero, but with that TP cancel, here comes the Solar Guardian as well. They want to punish the Doom for a bit of his greed, and they are gonna eliminate him. Less than 0, forced to back away. Regular pleb, Nyx on the chopping block. Can the Celestial Hammer tag him? There it is. Nothing to bounce that Arctic Burn off though, but WB on the hunt. They have a toss available and Darkness on the sidelines. Ice Path, not gonna be long enough range. They're gonna out for this to get this tower instead.
Bad dude's top tower gonna fall over soon.
I mean, like we said, meanwhile, Nasi Kangkang just getting the free kind of space on the map to do whatever he wants. Xiaopin gonna rotate over, once again, mirroring the build. Now, I'm not sure if this is the same player, maybe just a nickname change. Because, you know, he basically has everything the same, but... Oh, no, it must be different, because just now you had the Arcana, right, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Because I remember got the sound effects. Top side, Nasi Kangkang, they found him.
Radiant's middle tower
They-
is under
They
attack.
punished that Klings. That's a nice move coming out for the side of Superwash boys. That's definitely what they needed. Found regular pleb as well. J-Dog and WB just collapsing on him.
Green dudes.
And this is what Superwash boys needs to do, right? They need to keep putting on this pressure. They can't allow the side of Big Breakfast to quite literally just sit down and makan.
Oh, they find him now.
Oh, they used the jump already, throwing up the Thunder God's Wrath, but there's the change. Dancer Boy, he has that Doom and gotta throw it out of the diamonds. Not the regen rune, dodging away and gonna be free. WB with the chase, but he doesn't have nearly enough damage. Forced to time that's out, and that is criminal. There's no way. Xiaopin, a little bit lucky there, but I mean, with the response from his teammates, would have survived either way. But that is, I mean, it looked like a beautiful catch, but perhaps a bit too far forward there for the side of Superwash boys.
A little bit of overextending.
Yeah, I think so too.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So I mean, they're definitely gonna have to wait for their Ember, but Diamonds looks like he's going for that Maelstrom build. So nothing too surprising there or unorthodox. Meanwhile, J-Dog working towards that Desolator. So pretty stock standard stuff all across the board. TP J-Dog top because he has that Solar Guardian. So they could still look for a fight. Looks like
They
they're
just
angling.
play the game lanes.
Yeah. I mean, they're angling around the mid lane right now. They want to keep this pressure up, but a nice ward coming out. It's gonna spot Xiaopin. Can they get on him? Okay, the heavenly jump away. Very balanced skill. Thank you, Ice Frog.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any heavenly jumpers? Just fucking just boing. It's so dumb. It is so dumb. Like it's actually even as the Tumblr story double jumps, yeah.
Not only that, it gives unconcepted
Radiant's
vision.
middle tower
Yeah, it's so stupid. Yeah, it literally doesn't make sense.
Radiant
But okay.
structures are
So a bit of split priorities here, right? They know that J-Dog is posted up here because he can join the fight. But because of that, they're trying to look for a move on him instead. Meanwhile, the rest of the side of Super Watch Boys, now they're looking towards this Doom. They want to punish him. WB is on the hunt and the Snowball has his number. There's the punch, there's the physical damage, the TP. It's not in time. There's too much physical damage coming out from the Bugs as well as the tag team. So they're able to kind of find a point on the map to really exert some pressure.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
J-Dog biding his time. There's the TPL as well from Choices. So I really like these moves coming out from Super Watch Boys. They're responding exactly where they need to. And they're kind of herding the side of Big Breakfast around the map, right? Ooh, there's still a nice stack there for Nasi Kangkang to farm up potentially with this Maelstrom Burning Barrage. So could get a nice boost to his net worth here. This is the thing about Klinks, right? Klinks in the past maybe not the best stack farmer, but with this new Burning Barrage build, with this new Burning Barrage ability, can really just kind of blast away. Oh, yeah, slightly off the mark. Gonna pop that dust, but not gonna land, and now Diamond's in trouble. Has the illusion rune, but immediately away with the Flame Remnant. Fire Remnant, sorry. See less than 0. They're running through. Darkness. Gonna get snowballed on. That should give away the fact that there's a ward, but here comes the Solar Guardian. Is this the fight they really want to take? Regular Pleb on the sidelines. J-Dog immediately doomed. Less than 0. Arc Lightning down, and now the Wyvern's found himself in a bit of a pickle. J-Dog and Diamonds, they need to run. They're not looking the most healthy as well. And Dancer Boy and Talpin, not a lot of mana to work with, but there is the unobstructed vision from Heavenly Jump. But has he jumped into his own demise? Diamonds manages to finish him off. WB, there is the double remnants just to get out of that situation. WB starting to clean up. They're gonna get a double kill. It's a 1v1 duel, but WB, he's had a much better game this time round. No dust available, but he runs through a sentry. Can he get out the last hit? And WB shows up at the right time. Just like that, the position 1 and position 2 able to clean up big time on the side of Big Breakfast.
That sentry.
Radiant's middle tower is
Yeah,
under
that pre-placed sentry, right? They kind of placed this down beforehand for the siege. So MVP gotta see plays by choices. So Big gotta give a tip to him. But yeah, WB able to get a huge kill on Nasi Kangkang this time round.
get even.
And I mean, this Klinks pick was the last pick, but it does feel a bit weird, right? I'm not really sure what it was supposed to accomplish.
In which game, I guess it's just tankiness. Taking turns, they don't really have. I mean, they have a jump hero, but Klinks can take turns really fast.
Yeah. They found Dancer Boy again, and I mean, this is exactly what we wanted to see, right? And this is a bit more similar to what we were talking about earlier on. Like, the Doom, you know, when you go for this kind of greedy build, even if you went for a bit of a more earlier oriented build, you're very susceptible to just constantly being picked off like this.
Right.
Less than 0, a bit, I mean, it's still quite a way away from the Blink Dagger, but I mean, this player has had no trouble catching out the side of Big Breakfast over and over, so really nicely done for him. Sizing up. I mean, they've taken full control of this dire jungle, so it's a little awkward. Nasi Kangkang is going to be able to farm that stack, so that's a nice little boost in net worth and EXP for him. But still, being forced to parts of the map that he probably doesn't want to play. Meanwhile, his bot tier 2 is in some trouble. They have the glyph available, and Doom is back in the fray. So Doom up in around 15 seconds. He's going to show his face. J-Dog as well. Both off-laners just kind of surveying the area. Yeah, good old Mexican standoff vibes. I mean, the smoke, they should have seen that animation. I'm not sure. Dancer Boy doesn't have the blink, but they should see regular pleb as well. They're gonna stop him in his tracks. The Doom out onto J-Dog. They can just back off here if they want and just avoid this fight. WB running straight into the Doom. No, the Ice Path catches him off guard. The Winter's Curse on the regular pleb. Trying to turn it around, but that is the Weaver down. Diamonds, they want to get something from this, and that's gonna be Dancer Boy punched up to the sky, but the Macro Pyre to cover his ground. Xiaopin still blasting away from the sides. Now it's Choices being tossed up, and the Heavenly Jump as well. J-Dog, Doom is over, and now the Solar Guardian is coming in. This Zeus caught in a tough spot. Nasi Kangkang gonna be late to the fight, but it's, I mean, he can't do much alone, and just like that, even though they got a huge pick off onto the Weaver, they end up losing 4.
Oh,
Yeah, that doesn't feel good. That does not feel good.
they have to keep up this pressure.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't think WB was really expecting them to have vision there on him, right? Because he kind of scurried forward, but the lingering vision from Zeus just caught him off guard with the Ice Path placement. Nicely done from this Shakiro. So it's not the end of the world just yet, right? Because I mean, Desolator completed on J-Dog. He's gonna have some nice stacks from that fight just now, but they still can continue to apply pressure in this area. But they should have an idea that there are some wards here. Won't be surprised if less than 0. Yep, he's gonna catch sight of that and just really continue to put on the pressure. They used the glyph in that last fight, which means that right now it should be a home free. I mean, just a free push for them in this bot tier too.
Yo, green dudes, something bad is happening. In your bottom.
Oh, this Thunder War in the century.
Radiant's
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, it's just out of sentry range too, so like, I mean, it's a good ward, don't get me wrong, it's just a little bit unfortunate placement. And I mean, of course, me and you are both support players, right? We've both played against Zeusers before. This shit is annoying, like, it's just so hard to get meaningful wards down. You can't place it where you want to fight because he's got a bolt there, you can't place it in typical spots because there's going to be sentries.
Right.
As a Winter's Curse, found regular pleb, or was it Choices who's the one who got caught out? On the regular pleb, there's the slight chains. Thunder God's Wrath gotta come out just to do some damage, but Tiaopin forced to run away. Diamonds, no chains available, means that Tiaopin gonna get to run away from that one. And once again, we're seeing the Kling's pick really start to show its weakness here. Takes so long to ramp up. I feel like he's been trying to get, you know, a second item after Maelstrom for a while now. I mean, I'm sure he has something on the courier, right? Okay, Dragonlance completed, thank goodness. Because, you know, if he didn't, that would be a little sad.
I think he might go for Glapnir at this point, or BKB. But
Yeah, I mean, Gleipnir always a really good Kling's item, right? But, I mean, BKB in this game, it's a little tough, right? Because a lot of the spells that they have aren't... don't really care about whether you have a BKB or not. The Walrus Punch, like the pure physical damage coming out from the Weaver and the Ember as well. I mean, with the BKB, you can avoid the chains, you can avoid the Dawnbreaker spells, but the Winter's Curse... Oh, speaking of the Winter's Curse, Choices getting tossed in, got to Cold Embrace themselves. But there's the snowball save like we talked about, but straight into the Ice Path. The Doom gonna go into... Was there a Lincoln Sphere? Nicely done from WB, actually saving J-Dog. That is huge. And Nasi Kangkang throwing out the arrows. Can the last touch get J-Dog? He TP's out. Is it enough? Manages to get the last touch. And now this Kling's forced to get out of this situation. The three members on the side of Super Watch Boys manage to chase down the rest of the Stragglers. And once again, it's a 4-for-2 trade. WB with a huge play. Doesn't manage to save J-Dog in the end, but did you see that Lincolns? What the heck?
it was so clutch. It was like
Yeah.
almost doomed, and he just pressed the Lincoln on.
Yeah, I mean the second Doom raised his little hands. WB was there with the shield. Very nicely done. And yeah, WB best player, best Weaver player in Singapore. This is something I wanted to talk about as well. It's pretty obvious, right, that they're gonna go for Roche at any point in time, but they were just waiting to clear out this mid tier 2, and now they're gonna get it easily for themselves. I just wonder whether it's gonna go on Diamonds or WB. I feel like it should be WB, right?
Is it Demons?
Because Demons is the one going in, right?
Right.
Yeah, the Thunder God's Wrath, just the scout. It's not, yeah, you know, I mean, they already sort of knew that they were gonna go. I mean, they had a scan, so I'm quite curious as to why they didn't scan instead, but maybe they were trying to find a pick off here. Yeah, so I mean, look at the net worth. I mean, Dancer Boy really hasn't had the same time of day as he had in game number 1, right? He was able to just AFK farm away, get that net worth up, and get out of these fights. But it feels like the Dooms just haven't been finding their mark as much as they should. It's been onto the Dawnbreaker, it's been onto, you know, onto Lincoln Spheres. They're sizing up J-Dog. Here comes regular pleb. There's the blink reveal right there. But immediately, there is the Winter's Curse, the answer. And now regular pleb's the one in trouble. Meanwhile, Diamonds has cleaned up the Doom on the back line. And now the Tiny's in trouble. The rest of the side of Super Watch Boys, they're wrapping around. But the escape plan has already been laid out. Both cores out of this situation. They're just gonna lose their position 3 and position 4.
Wait, where did Doom die?
I think Doom got caught here, right? He was farming and then they spotted him with a ward over here. So I believe Diamonds and less than 0, they were just gang squatting him behind him.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this duo has been so strong this entire game, right? The less than 0 and Diamonds combo just been running around the map. Sometimes it doesn't necessarily work out the way they want, but you know, they've been finding aggression and hits exactly where they need to, and it's really applying so much pressure. Now, he has that BKB almost completed. I'm wondering why they don't want to wait for it at the moment. Diamonds Could get caught out here. Opts to go in instead with the BKB. The double chains into the Solar Guardian, and the Doom can't even make it all the way around. Can't even get the Doom off. And now regular player Nasikaka forced to run away. The avalanche onto the entire team and the blink out. But disaster strikes for the side of Big Breakfast. Diamonds, they were banking on him backing away, but he goes in instead. The chat move pays off.
Demon's chat?
Demon's chat. What the shit? He did not care at all that he was half HP.
Went straight in the 2 people.
Yeah, went straight in. And I mean, really good recognition from him, right? Because earlier on, we saw that one of the struggles is that they had no one to go in, but they picked that Ember perfectly for that reason. There's the chain and the Solar Guardian follow-up. They line it up perfectly, and they just easily take down this Zeus. I mean, we take a look at this Zeus's game, not nearly as successful as the previous one. Maybe they need to bring the stand-in back in, I'm thinking.
Radiant's top tower is under
I think
attack.
standing, I come to this Zeus gangs a lot, like, as in physically there.
Yeah, like he shows up a lot more to the fight, where I think the other Zeus, he spent a lot more time just farming up, ramping up himself, and was
Right.
able to get to that mark. But yeah, I mean, he's kind of getting punished for it, right? Because this is not really a lineup that you want to run up into. It's so scary.
Tower is under attack.
Correct. And Skya Sunshine.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay.
Oh, and WB, you know, one of the weaknesses of Weaver really is that attack range, a bit shorter than what you usually expect from a range carry, but now has that growth bow as well as the Dragonlance, so pushing not going to be so hard now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, that's one of the main weaknesses as well of this draft, right? They don't necessarily have the tower hitter, but with this bonus range, you know, he's actually able to do it at a safe distance.
It's gonna take fire.
Yeah.
And especially against the Zeus too.
Yeah, I mean, they're sort of waiting for regular Pep to find a pick-off, right, with that toss back. That's really their only form of initiation. The Doom doesn't actually have a blink yet, so he has to just BKB and run in and hope for the best. I've seen that not really work out. Yeah, only real way of starting a fight is this Tiny O. Spots out the Wyvern. Do they see him? There's the blink toss. Tosses on the spot though. Choices gets to run away. They don't have that Thunder God's Wrath to finish him off, and Choices gonna survive. Not the pick that they were looking for, perhaps was opting to toss him back instead, but Xiaopin was a bit too far away. Slight miscommunication. And they are on to Nasi Kangkang. They found him. The dust is out. Not the split push you were looking for. 3 members, the Solar Guardian as well, and this gang squad of less than 0 and diamonds, they've just been on point this entire game.
14k net worth ahead at 25 minutes.
Yeah, this is... They're like diamonds. Like, this hero alone is their entire net worth advantage. He's sitting at 13k net worth right now. And they're still continuing to apply pressure because WB has nothing to fear. He knows the Aegis is running out. Even if they kill him once, you know, he's not too concerned about it. Rest of the team rounding out, forcing out the time lapse. They found the Zeus, blinking on less than 0, another catch, and the decimation from that Desolator and J-Dog, forcing the buyback from the Tiny. Dancer Boy has that Doom and the BKB. Does he pop it out? Straight onto Doom, another block. WB, best Weaver in Singapore. Diamonds on the backline once again, cleaning up these supports less than 0, trying to find another. There are the buybacks. They don't have clings, the punches are there, and Choices, he's just chilling. He doesn't need to care at all. And this is starting to look like dominance coming out from Super Wash Boys. You pissed them off in game number 1, man. That was not a good move, and now they're here to play. The reverse sweep is real.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen. Radiant's
Wow, what a
Okay,
sequence. Ah, man.
Drop item, please, Ember.
Yeah, okay. I mean, the thing is, that okay. I mean, they're not even done, right? I don't think Darkness can really do much against it. This Clicks pick really had us scratching our heads. We're not really sure why they did it. And we're starting to see why Nasi Kangkang, he's still not at a point where he can really fight or stand up against his draft.
get even.
It looks like it's gonna be 2 racks at this point. 22k net worth up, and WB doesn't even care.
I hope they have some level of, amount of fucker level of EF. Just goes into the base and buys Mentor of Intelligence.
Yeah, a motherfucker vibes, right? I mean, just now, honestly speaking, yeah, that was a close game and like back-to-back throws, right? But like that Zeus PM was a little bit much. Like I don't particularly think they really BM them that much. But yeah, they're gonna be able to clean up these racks on the back of the Solar Guardian. WB doesn't look like he wants to get out though. Maybe a bit too far forward, but the time lapse is there. The last bit of damage wasn't there in time from the Doom. And ooh, that was a close one. If WB went down, could have been a huge one for them.
Right. Does Doom have Blink yet?
No, not yet. That's the thing.
Still getting it.
Yeah, he's so poor this game comparatively to the last game, right?
Maybe Sam Midas get Blink?
Sell minus gambling. Last ditch hurrah, Dancer Boy. Needs to come out with something fast. They found choices though, lurking around. Yeah, a bit unfortunate, but they're not gonna be too bothered by that. I mean, without... Oh? Oh, it's quite a significant amount of gold though on this Wyvern kill. Oh, this is looking tough. Skadi now completed for WB. I mean, he was tanky before. Gonna be even harder to take down at this point. Ember looking towards completing that Linkins as well. And J-Dog, BKB complete, looking towards the Basher. Oh, this is not looking cute. Like, 22k... It's like borderline insurmountable, right? The only reason why we're sort of still considering them in the game is because their draft can actually do pretty well into the late game.
Against Megas still, yes.
Yeah, against Megas though, it might be a little bit hard. They don't really have the best wave clear between... I mean, it's Zeus and Klings. Everyone else kind of sucks at it.
Yeah.
Oh, less than 0. They found the task. And that should be more than enough damage. That's another pick off. So they've got them back-to-back support kills at this point.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But it does give them this opening to kind of come back out onto the map and at least take back some vision control.
Right.
I mean, big props to WB, right? I feel like he's been outstanding on the Weaver. There were a bit of hiccups early on, but like, you know, he was able to really get back into the game with like carefully selected fights, you know. A lot of the times, you know, we saw the carry on the opposing side, Nasi Kangkang, he doesn't really join these. I think the overall sort of consensus for the cause on the side of Big Breakfast, they like to play a bit more reserved, play a bit more passive. But Diamonds and WB, they've really been all over them.
I think they playing for the Roche now. Oh, they're going top. They're looking at them.
Yeah, I mean, they have nice vision set up by choices here. You need to be careful though, because the Klings could be lurking around, and that's exactly what he's doing. He has that Daedalus completed. The question is it enough to take this fight? 5v5 group up here, there's a Zeus. They've scanned out some members on the side of Superwatch Boys. They don't know whether they want to walk up into this though. They're gonna think better of it and back off. Dancer Boy has that blink, so the initiation is gonna be there. But they want to play it a little safe. They're backing up back into their base. And I mean, this is pretty obvious, right? The fact that creeps are just knocking on your front door. Nobody's showing. I think the side of Superwatch Boys, they kind of telegraphed the move and they were right. Now, Roach has respawned. So this, yep, they got to scout that out with the Sleight of Fist and immediately head straight into it. They see the entire team of Big Breakfast defending their base. So, I mean, this one's just going to melt. So X-Shot going to this task. Okay, interesting. I thought maybe perhaps the Winter Wyvern instead for the Cold Embrace. But yeah, I mean, all these other heroes already have their shot, right? Ember has picked up his. I think the Tusk just got his from the Roche. All these heroes kind of capitalize off the shots. I think one important thing to note as well is that I think this Weaver has his shot as well. Yep. So the Gemini attack, everyone in range who got tagged by the Swarm is just gonna get attacked as well, which is so scary for them. Oh, double damage diamonds. It's not where you want to be. Starting to take quite a lot of map control here, but ooh, look at where Choices is. He's found himself in the other base.
Got it.
He's looking to set up vision, but the second he places a ward, he's gonna be spotted out, so he needs to be careful as to how he approaches. I mean, they're gonna see him immediately. The pings are out. Yeah, I mean, Doom. They know he's there. Xiaopin gonna come in. And the Curse immediately try to get out, but regular pleb straight on his tail. There's the Solar Guardian to follow up. And it's gonna be the Tiny Down instead. The Cold Embrace to keep himself up and running. And they're gonna be able to secure this vision for themselves. I mean, I say that, but they're more concerned with taking the Rex at this point in time. The Smoke Out should have been spotted by Choices. Blinking out of that situation. Nicely done. Ooh, Diamond's just playing with them. A little hot feet.
Break the smoke.
Yeah, just to break the smoke. Choice. Ooh, Choices. They
Crit.
don't have the Thunder God's Wrath though, but WB caught by the Ice Path. That's gonna be Aegis down, but there is the Doom. But it's on to a BKB Diamonds. That is gonna be the Doom out of the fight. And now the Gemini attacks so much damage. The crit is there as well. And that Zeus does not stand a chance. It's Nasi Kangkang. And the
Yeah.
GG is called. They're not even gonna bother. I mean, it took way too long for the Klings to come online. It feels like they were waiting for him for so long. And it's 1-1.
GG.
Really nice draft coming out from the side of Super Wash Boys, really putting emphasis on the early aggression and physical damage. And from there, less than zero and Diamonds really just ran rampant around the map, right?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, really, really nicely done. And that's gonna take us to a game number 3. Okay, okay.
Game 3, game 3.
Game 3, game 3.
Reverse.
Reverse sweep
hopefully
incoming.
reverse-
Okay. So, I mean, the rest of the chat hasn't caught up yet, but I mean, we're taking a look at the scoreboard. I mean, Darkness, he's playing the Jakiro, so definitely not as much late game impact as someone like the Winter Wyvern, right? And regular pleb, it feels like these two supports, they weren't able to find their mark. I think in the previous game, between the Grimstroke and the Winter Wyvern, they were able to do so much in the fights. Not so much this time round. Didn't manage to kind of double up with this Doom, right? Which is what we saw them do quite a lot. And yeah, like you said, they don't really have a frontliner, don't really have an initiator. Meanwhile, Super Wash Boys just all over them. That's exactly what they need to do. So well played to the members of Super Wash Boys. And I believe, I think the teams themselves might be trying to take a little bit of a break. Let me check with the